It's like, what is that that you need to do, to find your strength? Could it be go to a yoga class? Could it be, telling yourself that this person has no power over me, or these people shouldn't matter, these people don't matter. And you can say that, but as long as you keep saying that, and then you can reinforce it with action, that can help as well. Like, just tell yourself, it's like, well, actually, this doesn't matter. These people don't matter. These people have no power over me. Hey guys, and welcome to the Crystalline Podcast, a podcast all about self-achievement and self-worth. I'm your host, Summer Clark. This episode is going to be about finding your strength again. This, whoa, it's a lot. It's a lot, and you can't blame yourself for where you are right now. I know it's, sometimes it can't be ideal, but you're exactly where you're meant to be, actually, funny enough. It sounds stupid and it sounds ridiculous, and you might ask yourself, it's like, why is this happening? Why me? You know, it just depends like where you're at, and I can completely sympathize for you because it's not really nice. It's not very nice to be in that situation. Nobody should ever feel like that, and nobody should ever let you feel like that. And that's basically the secret. So you can so that is basically the secret, you know. It's like, don't allow these people to make you feel like that. And I know it's really hard because sometimes it can actually be someone that you like love or like just are so interested in, and they can make you feel like, you're not good enough, and it's not like, sometimes it's not like they're deliberately, being really horrible, like, I don't know, gaslighting or just saying horrible things like, are you sure you're gonna wear that outfit? Please. No, it's like, it can be like really subtle things where actually they don't compliment you, or, just like little things that can get to you. And like, one thing you could do is you can talk to them about it. That's like a really good place to start. And if they don't, respond in a way that you want, they're obviously not right for you. And there's something it's horrible, but it's like you have to accept that, because you always have to do what's right for you. You always have to do what's best for you. This is your life. You're not here to please people. You're here to do exactly what your intuition is telling you to do. You're not here to be a people pleaser. And that's like the horrible trap that people fall into. Like, like, oh, just gotta like do my best, and you know, yeah, just be my best and be the best version of what other people think I should be. That is not who you are. You are someone like completely different from that. You're someone who's incredible at what they do. You're someone that has an amazing talent that you might not have discovered it yet, but it's there. It's for you. It's unique to you, and you have to sorry, you have to, you know, I really want to say use it better to shine. That's what I was laughing at, sorry. You have to allow that to happen. You have to surround yourself with people that encourage it, not people that drag you down, people that, you know, wipe you of your strength, people that just are negative to be around. You do have a choice whether you want them in your life or not. It's not the end of the world, even if they're family. Um, if it's important to you, and it's okay to keep your distance. Nothing bad will come of it. Um, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay, guys. But yeah, like, that is a secret. Like, don't allow anyone to take your power. Don't allow anyone to, want to get your foot in the door. I'm really trying to think of my words here, you guys. Don't allow anyone to, hurt you. Don't give your power away, essentially. Don't rely on the opinions of others. And I know you can get so caught up in it, but I think a little bit of positive self-talk can get you out of it because it really did happen to me recently, and I felt like, oh God, I don't know, I just felt like, like a little kid that was crying that I couldn't get, um, my feet on the ground. I couldn't find a place that was comfortable with. And then I just like sat myself silly. I was like, right, let's get out of this, right? I'm not allowing myself to feel like this. And you can do this too. Just tell yourself, like, I'm not allowing this to happen. And it got to the point where it was kind of like I was crumbling. Like, I didn't know who I was. Like, I didn't know how to react to things. I was making the wrong decisions like, especially at work, I was doubting my abilities to do things. And if you feel like you're in this situation where you can't be yourself, you can't be your best version of yourself, something is seriously wrong. And it's okay to take a minute for yourself to reflect on that, to find out what is what is going on here? Why am I feeling like this? Why do I feel like there's tears behind my eyes? Why are you feeling like this? And it's okay to ask yourself why. You can do the whole 7 why thing. That's a really good weird exercise that reveals the truth in a wow, daunting way. But that's fine. If you guys don't know what that is, that's you ask yourself the question, okay, it reveals the truth in a horrible way. We all don't want to know the truth. What? How are we feeling? Sucks. So you say, okay, so why am I feeling like this? And the first answer that comes to your head, you have to be really honest with yourself, and you have to wipe away any denial. You have to, yeah, just take that moment. And it's okay. And I know some people just cannot be honest with themselves. They're in complete denial. They're like, no, that's not, blah, blah, blah. But that is really unhealthy because you're just going to keep digging yourself down, that hole that you don't want to be in. And you're going to feel miserable because it's not right for you. So if you're honest, I say if you're honest with yourself, the right people and the right situations will come to your life. People are always constantly trying to, they're like, what is my purpose in life? It's like, be honest with yourself and you'll probably find it, you know? It's like, people like, just be honest, It's like, okay, so what do I truly like to do? Do you like painting? Go for it. Do you like, I would say golf? Golf is for me. Do you like reading comic books? Maybe you could get a job doing that, Maybe people do get caught up in having a job and feeling like that's their purpose in life. That's not what it is. Like financial gain and things like that. That's not what your purpose is. Your purpose could be something that's absolutely free. It's volunteering with the community. People need a purpose in life to like. It's like one of the not pillars. I think it might be a pillar. I don't know. It's one of the things that, grounds us in our lives and make us feel like we're worthy of something if we're contributing, to society or any kind of good. People need like a sense of purpose, and that's what we need. And that's okay if you haven't found yours yet. You're still young, spring chicken, even if you're like 82, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You can still find something to do. Um, People do get caught up in that story though that they tell themselves. And I think I recently told myself one. I can't remember. I thought about it the other day and I was like, I can't believe I was telling myself that story. I was like, what? That's not me. But we do. We do get caught up in the things we tell ourselves. And again, we can tell ourselves anything that we want. You want to be a rocket ship scientist, you go and do it. Find the steps that you need to take and accomplish them all. Okay? So don't ever worry if you feel like you're not, grounded there as well. You can do anything that you want, and you can also allow any person that you want in your life, okay? So, how to find your strength really is, I always say find something that you're good at, because if you find something that you're good at, you'll gain self-confidence, okay? You know, you'll you'll have pride in yourself. You feel like, well, actually, this is something I can do. This is something I am good at. And if you're in a situation where you don't feel like you're good at anything, there's always something that you can do. Stephen Hawking saying there's always something you can do. You know, I can't even remember what it is right now, but there's always something you can do and be good at, basically. And that's what Stephen Hawking said. Sort of long in and out of context there. But there's always something you can do. And you can make the world a better place if you want to. Not down the Hitler route, because he thought he was going to make the world a better place, but that was a lot of disaster there. Don't think like that, but you know, there really is something that you can do to find your strength, to find a little bit of purpose, to find a little bit of, self-confidence, self-worth. It's like, well, actually, I can do something. So that's step one. Even if it's small. Like one of my work colleagues, she paints rocks. If you want to paint rocks, paint rocks. If that makes you happy to do it, do it. Okay? There's nothing wrong with anything that you want to do except shaving a cat. That's not okay. Don't do that. Unless it's like mattered. But that's fine. That's like a whole other situation. Like, um, but yeah. So, find something you're good at, find that ground, find that strength, okay? And most people haven't found that yet. People need some kind of, people do, people need it. Like I said, we need some kind of purpose in life. To find self-love is something unique to everyone. Everyone is different and everyone will have their own little ways. For me, it's like finding, maybe that minute to myself, like always practicing like mental health things, which basically is like meditation and like maybe a bit of yoga, just focusing on myself and giving myself that self-love, maybe eating like really good foods. Like I totally ate a cake this morning for breakfast, but it was gonna go stale. It's like eat good things. I ate a cake today. But um But I've actually no, to be honest, I've got the Deliciously Ella app and I love Deliciously Ella and I'm not sponsored in any way, of course. Um, but yeah, there's an app. It's like nutrition and she got a nutrition plan where it basically gives you what you're gonna eat for the week and your shopping list. And I was like, yes, I need that. And if you guys are into the plant-based stuff, I think I'm not sure if it's in the US or anywhere like that. I'm not actually sure, but it's worth a check. She's pretty cool. Um, and yeah, yeah, she's just a vegan blogger and with the food, and they got a cool app. So it's like meditations and also yoga Pilates and just good nutrition. Take care of yourself. That's a really good step. Just practice these self-love things, and it's just a focus on you. I mean, even if you want to do something you love, and I know it can be scary for some people, like to just go out there and, try new things. Like, if you want to achieve something like, I want to swim 20 meters in the pool or something. And sometimes it's really hard to take that first step, especially after, these whole lockdown things that I even noticed in myself was like planning things. So I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. I remember actually going into a public toilet and being happy, like a really grimy, scummy, sorry, smelly public toilet. And I was like, oh, this place is great. I was like, I've missed this, So it's like, it is kind of a tricky situation. Some people still are in that. I think my brother he's actually apparently schizophrenic from drugs and like horrible things happened to him. But he's still like trapped in the house, and gosh, bless that boy, he's really let himself go. But yeah, we're gonna move on for that. But it's like I just mentioned that because he thinks that the lockdown is still like going on. He thinks like everything's going on, but but it is really hard to get out of that. Like even just meeting friends, like going to a restaurant. It's like what is this? What is this? What is this wizardry? You know, it's a bit odd at the minute. So it's a bit. I know some people are like stuck and trying to find that transition out of this lockdown. And yeah, I forgot, like, Lady Gaga tickets were on sale, and I was like, wait, we can go and do that? We can go and watch Lady Gaga? What? So it's like a really tricky situation. Some people still, like my brother, bless him, he's still stuck in um that fear of getting out and just the anxiety behind it, and not necessarily that they're gonna get ill. It's because their brains have been conditioned to, and mine has been conditioned to believe that going outside wasn't a thing. It's not a thing to plan events. It's not a thing to go see a stand-up comedian and things like that. So you know it can be a bit tricky, to get out of it. But small steps, like slow progress, still progress. I think I say that in every single episode. I might get that printed as merchandise, but I think it's probably owned by someone else. Um, which I think if you guys want, I can make some things up for you guys. I think I should have myself, some a t-shirt or whatever. Um, but it's okay. Take those steps, plan to go to an event, like, see what's in your local area, your community, Facebook. I recently got my personal Facebook back. I deleted the app this morning because I was like, I've dove into a rabbit hole of paranoia, like the stupid paranoid videos, and I also deleted TikTok because I was like, yeah, those videos where they're like playing scary music and they're like, this happened to this person, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not into that. That doesn't play on anyone's mental health very well. So I got rid of those, and I could watch My Little Pony or something. That's not stupid because honestly, like our brains are like a sponge, and if you are watching things like that, surround yourself with positivity, and I think that's actually really important to do that. Listening to the podcast. Thank you guys. I'm trying to be positive. Um, but our brains are like sponges. What we see, hear, smell, I don't know, smell, I don't know. But what we see and like hear, like that really plays on our subconsciousness, like in the back there. Like if you were to constantly say watch these murder mystery shows, kind of, like real life, like, serial killers, and some people are into it. My sister's actually studying forensic psychology, so I'm like, okay, whatever. But if you're constantly watching like things like that, where someone, it could be someone your age, something bad happens to them, and you're like, oh my God, in the back of your head, you're like, that could happen to me. Cancel, erase, delete. We all say cancel, erase, delete because we don't want to put that in the universe. So yeah, so it's like that can really F you up in the brain, I think. To watch videos like that, and you can like live like in a paranoid world. So it's 100% important to, do what's right for you. Like I don't drink coffee as well because I'm very sensitive to it, and it's and I think I've mentioned it in a couple of podcasts that, we were cavemen people, actually, cave people. Um, and we had to hunt for food, and we have this survival instinct to, be alert, be awake. Like your cat has that survival instinct. If you like sneeze, they jump, they're like, what the fuck just happened? That's a survival instinct. And because we don't need that anymore as much, we're not going to get. I think the science is completely wrong. I don't think woolly mammoths and cavemen were together. I don't know. But, or a tiger, saber-toothed tiger. I don't know. But, if that was a thing, you're always on the lookout for saber-toothed tigers. But, they're not around anymore, really, are they? So what we're left with is this like residual like thought pattern, these thoughts, and this we get anxious, you know, for no reason because we're always looking for something. And you don't have to live like that at all. You can tell yourself whatever you want. Tell yourself that you're safe, tell yourself that you're loved, tell yourself that you're worthy. And I recently had to tell myself this because I felt like yeah, like I had to snap myself out of it because there were people in my life that were making me feel like I wasn't good enough. So, well, one person I felt who was particularly important and not that important. I'm gonna what is it? Chuck Norris him off the bloody pedestal, which he was never on anyway. Um, is it Chuck Norris? No, it's Roadhouse. Damn it. Roadhouse. Um, but yeah, just not like don't give your power away to anyone who doesn't deserve it. Don't allow anyone to make you feel like you're not good enough because you are. You're more than good enough. You know you are. If not, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be trying to find answers. You wouldn't be confused where you are right now. You just wouldn't be. You wouldn't be like, I swear, like, if you're in that situation where it's like, I swear, like, somebody's telling me something, but I swear that's not true. Like, I swear I am more than what they're telling me. Honestly, what's someone else's opinion of you is not your reality. That's just their reality. That's what they see. And their perspective is, it's gained from their background experience in life. That's how they see the world. It's not particularly far as a person. It's all about them and it's nothing to do with you. Okay? So what they're saying is absolute bullshit. Okay? You know who you are. You're the only person that knows who you are. And sometimes you really have to snap yourself out of it. Like, yeah, like I said, I recently did. And I stood up. I was like, hey, I'm not allowing this to happen. This isn't me. I'm not this person that I'm pretending to be. I'm not like a mouse. I call him like the mouse persona personality. It's like I'm not a mouse. I don't have to tiptoe on eggshells. I need to feel comfortable. And it was happening at work. I was like effing things up because I wasn't confident in my decisions that I was what I was doing. Um, I was talking to my staff differently, the members of staff differently. And some of them, including my boss, I think she's gonna be annoyed. Um, but because I was acting different, I was more timid, I was more fragile. I wasn't joking like in the way that I used to. I wasn't not myself, and the way I got out of it was to get rid of the source of the problem in a way. I know it's not entirely their fault or the people's fault, but it's like I got rid of the source of the problem for me. I was like, okay, this is making me feel this way. It might not actually be them, but or it's or whatever the problem is, but I have a feeling that's the problem and it's something that needs to go because I don't need to feel like this in my life, and this is what you should tell yourself. This has to go. I shouldn't feel like this in my life. I should feel free. I should, should be myself. I'm allowed to be myself. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to please anyone. So you cannot please everyone. Honestly, you cannot please everyone. So don't even try, okay? Just be yourself, and the right people, the right situations will come to your life. The right people will love you for who you are. The wrong people won't. Like, I've got someone in my life that really doesn't like me. And it's like, is that my problem? No, because I have such good friends. I have people that really know who I am, down to like, you know, the T, and they love me and they really appreciate me, and that's great. Um, I just don't, it's not okay though if people are rude to you for being yourself, honestly. I think that does annoy me because it's like, well, I'm going to be myself. I've not necessarily done anything wrong. I've just said some things that, you know, that this person doesn't get. Basically, one of the things was that cake looks so good. I'm going to make love to it. And they were like, what? Like, they were just like, you would make love to it. And I'm like, yeah. They didn't get the joke was like, it basically means I'm gonna eat that passionately. Basically, I don't know. You know, when you make love to a cake, you make love to food, you're like, yes, this is the best thing ever. They didn't get it. And I'm like, okay. And I said a couple other things, and they were like, what? And they just stopped talking to me. And like the last few things that they said to me were just flat out fucking rude. And I'm not having that. And for some odd reason, I smile every time I see him. And it's like, why am I doing that to my fucking self? I don't need that. I think maybe because if people do hate you, as if you're nice to them, they fucking hate it. But that's not what I'm doing. It's like, I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to fucking smile at this bitch. No, but I fucking do every time. Really annoys me. And it's not like I've been like, oh, fucking Sheila, blah, 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 like this and that. But honestly, it's it's like, why am I smiling at this bitch? She don't deserve it. Um, but that's my own thing. But you guys, don't let anyone make you feel like that. Don't, it's okay to stand up for yourself. Sometimes you might not even need to do that. Sometimes you can just walk away from the situation. You gotta find like, is the juice worth the squeeze? That sounds weird, but it's from one of my favorite movies. Like, is this situation worth it? Basically, is is the juice worth the squeeze? Jesus, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, is this situation worth it? What's gonna happen from this? Don't overthink it, but you know, will I gain anything from this? Will this make me feel good? Um, just do what's right for you. Like, find your strength, find that thing that makes you worth. Slap yourself out of the situation you're in, surround yourself with good people. Um, don't let anyone get to you. And that's stupid saying, so just don't let anyone get to you. It's like actions speak louder than words. You really have to like brush it off. It's like finding your strength is it's not an easy task, but sometimes it could be simple. Sometimes it really could be. But you have to tell yourself, it's like, am I going to deal with this or not? Like, not deal with it, as in, like, am I going to deal with this? It's like, no, I'm just going to ignore this problem and put it in the back of my mind. No, I mean, like, how are you going to deal with it? What are you going to do? Are you going to tell yourself that not saying you're being ridiculous, but it just depends where you're at on this scale of how much strength that you need. What do you need to do? What do you need to tell yourself? Do you need to tell yourself that you're good enough, you're worthy, you're more than worthy? You're more than good enough. It's like, what is that you need to do, to find your strength? Could it be go to a yoga class? Could it be, telling yourself that this person has no power over me, or these people shouldn't matter, these people don't matter. And you can say that, but as long as you keep saying that, and then you can reinforce it with action, that can help as well. Like, just tell yourself, it's like, well, actually, this doesn't matter. These people don't matter. These people have no power over me. And as soon as you convince yourself with that, you can take action. Okay? Find your strength back. Find it. It's okay. It's okay to be yourself. You are so, you are so fucking amazing, you guys. Um, and I really hope you, I really hope you find it. I really do. Um, but if you guys want more like a one-to-one, my class is on Anthe. They're really good. They're like a teaching, coaching, whatever. They're a good place. You do have to make an account, which is just bullshit. But I know, because I tried to like log on, I was like, oh, I'm gonna press this button, and then I was like, make a fucking account. And I'm like, oh, people aren't gonna fucking want to do that, you know. But that's a nice, safe place. You can reach out, and it's like all secure and legit. It's not like moneytoindia.com. I don't know. So sorry, that's quite racist, but that is like a legit. That's from a Joe Lycett sketch. Or was it moneytoindia.eu or something? It was so funny. It was basically like a scam. Um, but I don't mean that harshly. One of my little friends, Deva, and she's like kind of like my little sister actually, and she's Indian. Her family's so nice. So I'm not being racist or anything. Sorry. And so I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. If you want help, don't be afraid to reach out. And I know that's like the hardest part, but you deserve it. You absolutely 100% deserve it. There's nothing you're not worthy of. Everything you feel like you got that intuition that you feel like you need to, get there, you know, but you just don't know how to. It's something that I can actually help you with because I've been there myself. And, we'll talk it and we'll discuss it over if you need that extra help. I will leave this podcast here, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry for not posting for a few months. Like I said, I moved and I'm slightly just settled in. So there's going to be a better podcast next week, I hope, because I'm just about almost settled. And I hope I wish you the best, really. I do wish you the best. And I hope, you find your strength, whatever it is, what you need. I really do. If not, contact me. I am on Instagram and, we can set up an Amphi class for you, alright? Okay, so I've been Sim Clark, Crystalline Podcast. See you next week, guys. Bye!